And welcome to Idaho Today. I'm Melissa Paul. Burbot, a once endangered fish species in Idaho, is making a major comeback. University of Idaho is shifting focus from conservation to commercial aquaculture, and I had a chance to see the change firsthand. Luke, Megan, where are we?
This is the Aquaculture Research Institute at the University of Idaho.
Okay, and you guys are studying burbot. What is burbot?
So burbot is the only freshwater cod, and it has a distribution in northern North America, Asia, and Europe. And specifically in Idaho, it's in the Kootenai River.
And why are you guys studying burbot specifically?
So in the last 50 years, this fish has declined in the wild, at one point to less than 50 individuals in the state.
Wow.
And also, there is a potential for this fish as a commercial aquaculture species.
Okay, so this fish itself could actually then help Idaho's economy. And does this fish in particular have a significance to any of the local tribes?
Yeah, it was an important food fish for the Kootenai tribe in particular, and so they're very interested in bringing this fish back in the wild. It's a white-fleshed fillet that is highly desirable by anglers and consumers alike, and it's very firm.
All right, and I understand then the potential for this to be farmed, right?
Yes, so the University of Idaho has been working with this fish to figure out how to grow it in a hatchery setting, because this was the established way to bring it back in the wild, was figuring out how to breed it, how to grow the larvae and then the resulting young fish, and then to release them. And so through that work, the university and the Kootenai tribe of North Idaho has learned how to grow this fish through its entire life cycle. So we can easily grow this fish now at any time of year in captivity.
Let's talk about how the burbot actually ended up being a fish that started dwindling in our waterways. How did that even come about?
Yeah, so in the 1970s, Libby Dam was installed in Montana.
Okay.
And this changed the temperature and the flows of the Kootenai River. And this led to the burbot eggs not surviving as well as they could have, and then any larvae that did hatch out of the eggs, they didn't really have as many nutrients and places to live as they had in the past. And so this led to a sharp decline in the burbot population, and in 1990s, the burbot fishery was closed in Idaho.
Okay.
So it was actually closed for around 30 years, and because of the work here at the university, we were able to reopen.
All right, let's talk about the work that you are doing here in the facility behind us.
Yes.
So how are you helping to make the burbot numbers stronger? What work are you doing here specifically that relates to that?
So specifically right now, we're looking at heavy metals, and so we've got an experiment where we're looking at burbot that came from waters in the Kootenai River that have high amounts of heavy metals, and we're looking at is their survival any different from the fish that we have here that aren't exposed to those heavy metals.
Because burbot are pretty resistant to most of the pathogens that affect like salmonids that we're more used to being on the commercial market, there are still some bacteria that affect burbot pretty harshly. So part of my project has been developing a vaccine against Eromonas. We've had pretty good success with that, and hopefully it can give a head start to these facilities that are starting to make burbot available on the market soon.
And what have you enjoyed so much about being a part of this program?
I had never heard of burbot before, and I just think it's really cool how I'm getting to work on a fish that needs both commercial and conservation help, essentially. Being able to do both types of impact is really cool to me.
And where can our viewers go to learn more about the incredible work that you guys are doing?
They can go to the University of Idaho's website, uidaho.edu, and they can also search burbot, B-U-R-B-O-T.
Great. Thank you both so much.